Okay, the next thing we're going to do on this is we're actually going to take all of these styles that we've created, and we're going to hit Command X. Notice how everything just reverted. Then I'm going to click on my CSS folder here. I'm going to go to File, New File, and I'm going to call this resume.css. And I'm going to double click on it. And I'm going to add all of this. And I'm going to hit, it doesn't like that this doesn't have a star, an asterisk next to it, but that's okay. I'm going to hit Command X on that and save. I'm now going to go back to my index file. I'm going to paste this back in here. Yes, it's wrong to have it, but, or not great, but I'm more likely to want to use it. And then I'm going to use this idea of the link rel equals style sheet, href equals css/resume. And I'm going to close it. And I'm going to save it. And it should work. View, refresh live. View. Really? I'm going to go and do a new share. And I'm going to go to Chrome, share, refresh. So it works there. Ah, okay. And if I go new share and I go back to Dreamweaver, you'll see that in fact, the styles have worked. It just took it a moment to get to that. Okay, so now we have a separate style sheet. That means that I could actually use this style sheet in another document. Okay, next thing, and I'm gonna so I use this as a test. Sometimes I want to know what's going on. And if I do that, then I can see my boxes, see how they're constructed. So next thing we want to do is we're going to actually use some fonts that aren't available on our computer to alter our type here. So I'm going to go, you share, let's go to Chrome. I'm going to create a new tab and I'm going to go to Google Fonts. I'm going to browse the fonts. They've changed this a little bit, so that's interesting. Okay, I'm not going to come up with the perfect font for this. I'm just going to pick a font. Lato is generally a nice font, so I'm going to click on Lato. And I'm going to click on Get Font. So you'll notice some down here that there are a bunch of different numbers, bold, 700, and so on. There's also an example of what it looks like. So I'm going to click on Get Font. And I'm going to click Get Embed Code. And so there are these, there's this code at the top. And I'm going to click Copy or click Copy Code. Code is copied. I'm going to go to Dreamweaver. I'm in CSS right at the moment. You'll see that these are all the files that affect index.html. I go back to source code. I'm going to I'm going to place it after normalize and before the style sheet because I want all of this stuff to have been loaded before the style sheet kicks in. I think it will keep things, it'll make things move faster. Okay, I'm not even sure what all of these files are. These files will only be available when you're online. But hopefully if you have somebody's viewing your resume, hopefully they are online and therefore these files will all kick in. Right now, it's telling the site to make all of the various weights available. Now I'm going to go back, new share, Google Chrome, share. And then here is the CSS that will allow these fonts to be used. What they've done is that they've actually created a class for each of these. And that isn't necessarily how I would use it. I could take all of these classes, copy code. Is this getting, oops. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not the right file. Share screen. I'm going to go back. I'm going to do that over. So share. Hopefully now I've got the right screen. So I went to Google Fonts. I went to Lato and clicked on Lato. Get font, get embed code. I pasted this. You saw me paste this into the header on my page. I'm going to copy code just for the heck of it. This is one way of handling this. And you share. Dreamweaver share. I could go to resume CSS. And paste this in. And then these styles would become available. These classes could become available. And I could say, save it. Go to my index.html. Go to source code. And what I could do is I could go to this header, for instance, this H1, and then I could call this .lado. Sorry, I'm not doing this right. Class equals Lado black. And you'll see that my name just changed. So that's one way of handling this. The other way is instead of doing that, I can go to my style sheet. I only have one H1, so typography. And I'm going to go down to the bottom here. Got Lado bold. I can take the contents of this and come up here. And in the H1, I could do that. Or I could, so I was going to go to black, maybe black. And I can do the H1 in that. Okay. Then I could go to my H2 elements. And I can also take this B. Okay. So I have little contrasting elements going on here. The only thing is here, I would change this to font family times comma serif. Okay. And I could also take this and make that a little smaller. Font style normal. Font size 20 pixels. Sorry. It's not font style. Font weight. Normal. So there's a lot of different things. So now I've taken my site and I've changed that. I could also take font color, black, and then H2 font color red. Come on. No, it's not font color, it's just color. That's like the one thing that confuses me. And that's color black. That red's too crazy red, dark red. Or I could make that color 555 or 888. 8. So, and then we also have this link and any other links that you might want to add in here, which you can also style as we did previously. One thing I'm going to mention is that if you're going to use this font on other pages, then you'll need to have this set of links added to all those other pages as well. So that's very important. I could have this, I could use the CSS for a different page, but if I don't have the links to the actual fonts on the actual website, then those that type will not show up in the proper font. And so one should also go, and I'm going to double check this. This is my CSS. Okay, so it has Lato, and then the fallback is a standard CSS font.